Jon Niermann, welcome to my living room.
Miss Marie, how are you? What's going on?
Oh, what is going on? There's too much going on, right? We all need a very long, chill pilled out vacation after this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's way too much going on that
Yeah.
keeps us on our toes.
Yes, yes. Well, we're here today to talk about Loop Media. But before we dive into that, I want to know where you're calling in from.
Calling in from beautiful Pasadena, California.
Oh, nice. How's the weather out
Yeah, hot. I think we're hitting about 90 today.
there? Okay.
That's
Wow.
good though.
Yeah,
Sunny.
that feels good. We're hitting 85 here in the New York area. So
Oh,
um
perfect.
yeah, so we're happy summer's here. That at least puts everyone in a little bit of a better mood when the weather's nicer, right?
That's right. Closer to the weekend too. We're kind of technically on the weekend eve here. Is that right? Thursday.
Yes, exactly.
Close. Yeah.
Thirsty Thursday.
Right. Exactly. Sign
So
me up.
how is everything out in California? Are things starting to open back up?
They are, you got two different parts. You got LA County and then Orange County. So Orange County's always been a little less strict, put it that way. LA County was kind of the epicenter, about half the cases of COVID in California. So that is just starting to open up. I went to my first restaurant 2 days ago. Have you been to a restaurant yet since then?
Not yet. No, just for
It was,
takeout, but not yet,
yeah,
unfortunately.
actually sitting there, and then they don't bring you the menus, they bring you the phone, you have to scan the menu and wipe it all down. But it was great. It was nice just to get out.
Oh, of course. Were you outside or inside?
Inside.
Wow.
I know, we went deep. Oof.
Wow.
We went right in there. Every other table, one of those types. It was like a hospital almost. Everybody's got their mask and gloves,
Oh, boy.
but it's the way it's going to be for a while.
Yeah, here in New Jersey, they just announced that we can have outdoor seating on June 15th. So that's good, but no word yet on when indoor seating will be available.
Book a reservation. Those things are popping up fast.
Right? Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you are on track to some sort of normalcy, whatever that's going to look like moving forward. But I know that it's going to take a while for the music industry to really get its footing back. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I think so. Bulk of the music industry is live entertainment. That's where most of the artists make, 80% or more of their income. So when you take that away, that's a pretty major hit, no matter what level you are. So it's rough, but it's really going to be a year before you start seeing the big gatherings again.
Yeah. But what could the music industry learn from this moment? Have they discovered another big revenue source that they can tap into?
Yeah, I think so. I think, it's one of these classic unintentional consequences type of thing where you have to force, you have to do something. And I think the intimate engagement, the virtual artist, this link with the fans, whether it's a live concert from their, living room, which is kind of how this all started in March. People were just picking up a guitar and going online, to a little more formal where they now go to a venue without an audience. And you still want to have that virtual engagement. We often refer to it as it's like a VIP meet and greet because those are so rare when you have those at a live concert. If you're one of the lucky few that actually get to go backstage and meet the artist and talk to them, that's super memorable. And something like this, I think, is going to allow this to be more widespread. So we're predicting that this will become a supplementary way for artists to not only make additional revenue, but just to increase fan engagement and take it to a different level.
Yeah, yeah. And probably for the independent emerging artists too, it could be a big way to get their talent out there.
Huge way. And it's a great point that they really don't have a level playing field. It's easy for Gaga to talk to iHeart and, Fox, and let's go do something. But, for 99.9% of the artists out there, you're struggling to get noticed. You're struggling to go viral these days. Any sort of foot up you could get, any sort of exposure. So now that you have a level playing field, not completely level, but let's just say a little more level, it's virtual. So if you find people to back you, if you find platforms, I mean, at Loop, that is our focus. It's the emerging artists, because we want to give them that shot. We want to give them that platform. We know how important that is. So I think that this is in a sense, like I mentioned, a leveler to get the emerging artists out there.
Yeah, so this past weekend, so I host and produce a show locally here in New Jersey called Hip New Jersey. So we teamed up. Did you hear of the Jersey for Jersey concert that happened a couple months ago with
Yeah,
Bruce
heard of
and
it.
Bon Jovi?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I watched that and I'm like, oh, we can do that with our television platform and different artists that we, work with and everything. So that's what we did. We aired a 1-hour special to benefit
Nice.
the New Jersey Pandemic Relief Fund. And what you were saying before about the level playing field, our slate of singers included Constantine Maroulis from American Idol,
Yeah.
a bigger name, Kimberly Locke, also from American Idol, David Bryan from Bon Jovi. But then on the other side of the spectrum, local artists. So I don't think any other time these artists can be on a bill with someone from Bon Jovi, right? So
Right.
we produced an hour special where it was a mix of these artists from their living rooms or backyards with celebrity shout outs, with real life stories. So it was kind of bridging all of the people, because we all were stuck at home, right? And one person
Right.
wasn't better than the other just because of what their status is in whatever industry. And we really produced an event that really showcased that equalization of what COVID-19 brought us.
I think that's great. And my guess is, for what you produced, the unknown artists were probably just as good, in a sense, right? I mean,
Yes.
there's some amazing voices and talent.
Yeah.
And if you do like a blind taste test, like, okay, who am I listening to here? I'm sure those voices of the artists you had were right up there.
I'm going to send you the show because I'm really interested to hear what your feedback is.
I would love to see it.
Yeah. So I want to know about Loop and, where you were before the pandemic, where you are now, and then what's going to be in store for you after life resumes.
It's funny, you talking about all this, it's making me think we're like an emerging artist right now. Loop, like, who are you? You're not Spotify, you're not Vivo, you're not MTV, but you got to start somewhere. And they all started unknown. And in today's world, music videos are still very, very relevant. They represent about 40% of YouTube views, which is a fun little fact. That's, if you think about all the videos on YouTube of water skiing squirrels and whatever weird stuff is there, almost half of those views are music videos. 24 in the top 25 ever are music videos. So they're very relevant for today's generation, and every generation, in fact. So we wanted to really kind of harness that and capture it again. You have a ton of audio players out there. You really don't have a lot of video players. In fact, it is YouTube via Vivo. But they don't really do a lot of stuff on the consumer-facing side in terms of curation and social and engagement. So you kind of think of Loop as a video Spotify, where you can have your own playlist, you can add your friends, you can watch music videos together, and you can really have those kind of viewing parties. Like you and I right now could be watching whatever new video together, commenting on it, doing a video shout out. We could bring friends into your Loop. So that's what we've built. The other component is we're calling it 360 viewing, meaning we've got a big base of out of home. So once bars, restaurants, hotels, bowling alleys open up again, you'll have all these Loop screens where you can see the music videos playing. You can engage with the screen via a code in your phone and the Loop app, take those playlists home. And, so it's really that experience, whether you're in your car, whether you're at a public venue or in your house, you can watch these videos. That's who we are.
That is so cool. So you have the relationships with the artists, with the video producers, all of the above?
We do. It starts with the labels, because you've got to get the licenses to do this. And, that's the important thing, obviously, in the music industry is so many people use music and videos, without proper licenses. So clearly we have to have it. And it's a variety of licenses. It's public performance for all those public venues. it's consumer for the app and everything else. So we start with the labels. We work with the publishers that represent the people that write the songs. And then, yes, we're starting direct relationship with the artists because we want to have that platform. We also did a festival in April that, talks about emerging artists from around the world. We had about 35 artists, 10 different countries. And it was so great to you see Israel and Portugal, and then you'd have New Jersey, and then you have California, and then you have Hong Kong, all kind of coming together. So we're trying to create that global platform.
I think that's going to continue even post COVID-19, right? Because people, I think, love that connection. They love uncovering people that they never heard of otherwise. So I think you struck gold with what you were just talking about, and I think it's going to continue.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope so. It's just getting the word out, right? It's like everything else. So the more we work with these artists, the more profile, the more platform opportunity they get. We worked with Twitch to help increase our reach. So you're constantly working on both sides to increase that reach, as you know, and increasing the viewership is so important.
Yeah. What about Netflix? Anything with them?
Not yet. I mean, there's multiple. They haven't really focused a lot on music videos. We are looking in. There's a lot of that behind the scenes stuff, and but ours is really bite size. It's 5 minutes or less. All the content that we do, if you think about it that way, especially on the public viewing side, and then just on a consumer app, these music videos are typically 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because I'm calling you from the New York, New Jersey area, do you have any boots on the ground on this side of the coast, on this side of the country?
We do. We have one of our best A&R guy, Craig Smith, is there in New York, and in fact, we're so virtual. Our lawyer, it happens to be there in Long Island. So people are spread everywhere. We got people in Kentucky, Colorado, San Francisco, Seattle. California is our HQ, so to speak, but people are everywhere. But we need to actually increase our presence in New York. It's such a key market. We need to really on all sides of the business, whether it's A&R or sales and marketing. Yeah. I think artists and festivals will continue online, but we really want Loop to become that place where there's always going to be something. There's going to be something unique. We're looking at global collaborations, taking like a Korean artist with an American artist, putting it together, singing each other's songs, all sorts of interesting things that, might stand out. So yeah, I'd love to get some of your artists.
Yeah. And there's going to be so much creativity coming out of this time, because all these artists, they had all this downtime to write and produce. And I think you're going to see an influx of new material coming out that's going to need a platform.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, especially artists, the way their minds work, they're like, okay, I've got to get out. I've got to go and create something. We've got several on our team, which is why it feels authentic for us, because there's so many that went to, whether it's Berklee College, for the School of Music there. We've had a couple that have been signed with labels, and they've gone through the struggle. So to have them on the team to be able to go and help, that's why we're really, really are committed to reaching these rising stars.
That's great. Well, where can these rising stars and consumers find out more about you?
Well, just go to info@loop.tv, LOOP.tv. Send us whatever you want. If it's your songs, videos, we'll take a look at it. If it's anyone else, just go to loop.tv, and you can go, and it tells you how to get the app, and it tells you where we are and everything about it.
Congratulations on such a cool concept. When did you develop it?
We started in 2016 officially. We started talking about it in 2014, and it really came from one of our co-founders who had a recording studio. In fact, it's a pretty cool story. They bought Barbra Streisand's old recording studio in Burbank. It was called Evergreen. And we were sitting around talking. He's like, there really needs to be a competitor to Vivo. They've got all the music videos, and he's this tough guy from Kentucky, and he was just getting all wound up. I'm like, all right, well, let's look into that. So we actually found the company called Screenplay that had been providing music videos to businesses for decades. And it just all came together. We acquired them, we built the team. We've got a really, really great team, like I mentioned, variety of people. And, over the past 4 years, we've built it up.
Yeah. Hey, listen, there's no such thing as an overnight success, right?
Right, exactly. We're all in it together. We're all doing the grind together, but
Yes.
it's fun. It's rewarding.
Yeah, it totally is. So, well, this was so fun. I look forward to connecting with you offline about different ways that we can collaborate. And congratulations. And we're almost at the finish line with the pandemic. So
Exactly.
we'll have a big party.
Unleashed.
Yes.
I agree. Thank you, Lisa Maria. This was
Thank you,
great.
Jon.
Appreciate
This
it.
was so fun. Have a great day.
All right. Good luck with
Bye.
everything. Take care. Bye.